Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have another story time for you. The last time I did a story time was maybe about like a year and a half, 2 years ago, when it was the last time I actually sat down and did a story time for you guys. And the last story time I did was the time I got catfished. That was a whole ass mess. But this time I'm gonna tell you guys by the title of this video, the time my weed was laced in grade 9. I think it was grade 9. I believe it was in grade 9. Yeah, it was about grade 9 where my weed was laced. So before I get started, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's right down there, it's right down here, wherever it is. Smash that subscribe button because I am so close to getting to 10,000 subscribers, and once I do, I will be doing a giveaway. So if you guys are interested in hearing about the time my weed was laced, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so I used to be a weed head. Like, I used to smoke probably like every day. After school, I used to meet up with my friends, and we should just like smoke weed and like chill. I remember days where I used to be so high that I would like be in the middle of the basketball court, just like lying down on the middle of the basketball court, just like looking at life and just being like, whoa, like rolling around and shit. Like, I was literally living the hippie life when I was on the ganja burns. So I used to, smoke my poof, smoke after school or like on the weekends, get my spliff, you know what I mean? I didn't have to pitch nothing. I didn't have to do nothing. It was already, my friend used to hit me and be like, you want to smoke? Yes, sis. And I used to come through and we used to smoke. So the day that this batch of weed was laced, I didn't know it was laced. Yeah, I didn't know it was laced. And so my homeboy calls me up. He's like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm just like, oh, nothing. And he's like, do you want to come and like smoke or whatever? And I'm like, yes. Like, what? You asking me if I want to smoke? He's like, all right, cool. Meet me by my house. So I was like, all right, cool. So like I walk, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my ganja burns hat. So I meet up with him, and where he lived, so like there was a street, and then there was like another another street behind where his building and his house was, and that's where there was like a row of like homes there. So, and then usually there's like a little alcove where people like kind of just hang out, or like, back in the day we used to go and have a little fun, and that's where we used to go, and we used to smoke. So I remember like we were smoking, and he had like 2 blunts, and it was like, how many of us? It was either 3 or 4 of us. And we were just sitting there like talking, kikiing, and just smoking. Like we were just smoking, like getting high as we could get. Like high as we could get. And I was so high to the point where I forgot I was smoking. That's how high I was. Like, I forgot I was smoking because yo girl was so damn high, until the point that I realized like, oh shit, like I don't know what happened. Like, I was just smoking the ganja burns, right? I was smoking the ganja burns, and I'm like it just hit me, it just hit me that like, girl, you are high, sis. Like, you don't even know what's happening. You don't even know where you are. Like, I was just like it was like a tunnel. Like, it was just us and there was nobody else, and like it was just like the weirdest feeling that I was feeling. And so I was like, all right, sis, like you need to stop smoking the ganja birds because you are high. You are high. And mind you, we were sitting when we were smoking the ganja bird. So I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, all right, you know what? At this point, I'm like, yo, I don't even know what time it is. Like, I don't even know what time it was. It probably wasn't even long. It probably was maybe an hour or something. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm mad high right now. Like, let me just go home, get some food, chill, and go to bed. Well, getting up off the ground was a mistake because I was high. Like, when I tell you I was so high, like before I would get high, but this was a different type of high. I got up off the ground and I couldn't walk straight. I was literally I thought I was walking straight, but I was walking diagonally. Like the whole time I was walking diagonally, and I could see that people are looking like at me like, yo, is this girl okay? So I'm trying to walk straight, but I can't walk straight, and I realize that I'm not walking straight. So I'm telling my friend, like, I'm gonna hold on to you because I'm so high right now. Like, I need to get home. I need to just like do something to like get my mind right, because I was so high. So I was like, I started freaking out because I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, like I'm high. Like I never go home high. Like I would go home high, but like not high to the point where my mom's like, you know, like I would go home and be like, hey, and still do my do, or like I would be out and like let it wear off a little bit and then go home. But because I was so high and I realized I was so high and this was a different type of high, I was like, I need to go home. Like I can't even be out on road no more. I need to go home. So whatever, so he's walking me home. It happened to be the guy that was bullying me from when I was younger. And I guess like we just ended up being friends, and we ended up being cool. I guess like we squashed things, or like, I don't even know how we were linking, but we were linking. But my mom didn't like him. My mom didn't like me being around him because he just wasn't nice to me, you know? So I don't know if he walked into my door. I think he did walk into my door. And like he was laughing the whole time, like something was funny, like whatever, right? And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what are you laughing at? It's not even funny. Like, I'm high as a motherfucking kite. You look like your regular degular smegula chilling, you know, and I'm just feeling like this outer body experience that just wasn't right. So I get home now, right? And mind you, at this time, like I had a whole bunch of people living with me. All my cousins were living with me. Like everybody was at home. Like everybody was there. It was a house full of people. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Like, I can't have my mom see me like this, whatever. So of course when I get into the house, oh, who do I see? Is my mom. So I'm like, hey mom, so I run up the stairs, right, because I was so motherfucking high. So then my mom's like, what's wrong? So I call my cousin and I'm like, Ray, come upstairs, like come upstairs. And I'm calling her. I told her, I'm like, girl, I'm so high right now. Like I was so high that I thought I was dreaming. Like that's how high I was. And I was like, I thought I was in a dream. I didn't believe that no one was there. Like my heartbeat was racing so fast. Like I had to keep touching her and telling her to like stay so I know that she's actually there, because I was so out of it and so high that I thought I was dreaming. Like I thought I was like in this outer body experience where like I was in reality, but I was also dreaming, where I was like seeing things from like a different, like I was there but I was seeing me, you know what I mean? Like it was just this weird situation that was happening. So my cousin's like, all right, cool, I'm just gonna tell your mom that you have a headache and you're just gonna go to bed or whatever. So she brought me some like Advil or whatever, and I was like, yo, like don't leave me, whatever. But she's like, girl, like I'm not staying in this dark ass room with you, we ain't doing nothing, like I'm leaving. So I'm lying down there and I remember my mom coming into the room. She's like, are you okay? Like whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, like, and I'm hiding my face. I'm like, yeah, like I'm okay mom, I'm okay, whatever. And then from there, like I remember like, yeah, getting heart palpitations. I went from being super hot to super cold. Like it was just a hot ass mess. Like I was so messed up. And then I knocked out, and then I woke up the next morning. I was still high the next morning. That's how deep it was. I was high. I couldn't even go down the stairs. I was just like trying to like figure out my life. Like I was so high. It wore off maybe like an hour or two after waking up, but I was so freaking high. So then I don't know if I messaged him or I said something to him, but I'm like, yo, like what the fuck was that? Like, yo, that shit must have been laced and blah blah blah. And he's like, Kiki, he's like, haha, he's like, yeah, I didn't tell you. He's like, you didn't know? You didn't realize? He's like, yeah, it was laced. I was like, what? So I don't even think I asked him what it was, but it probably was like with cocaine, or it probably was like Zook with some type of like, I don't know, cleaning product. Who the hell knows at this point? But I was so pissed off at him because one, he was laughing like it was some kind of joke. You know, I could have really like fucked up myself. You know what I mean? I could have had a heart attack. You don't know what the hell could have happened to me. And then you want to come tell me the next day, still kikiing that, oh yeah, it was laced. I knew it was laced. And you didn't tell me? You didn't tell me. Two big ass blood, two, like they were huge. And you didn't tell me that the fact that you almost killed me, that you almost had me 6 feet under, that life was almost over for me at grade 9. at 14. Like, I was so mad. Like, I was so mad. So I was just like, you know what? I think after that, I just stopped fucking with him because I was just like, you're a mess. You're trying to kill me. You bullied me and then you're trying to kill me? But even me being the idiot that I was, like still hanging out with the dude and like trusting his drugs. Okay, so that's what happened. And then it's so funny because I think the next day or the day after, my mom was like, what was wrong with you? I was like, oh, like I just had a headache. I was just like really like not feeling good. She's like, you were high, weren't you? And like, I can't lie to my mama. You know what I mean? Like, I can't lie to my mom, and she's just like, wow, like what happened? So I told her, and she was just like, you need to stop talking to this boy. Like, you're doing too much. You need to stop talking to this boy. And so that's what I did. Like, I stopped talking to him, whatever. But honestly, after that day, I stopped smoking. I remember I tried maybe 1 or 2 times after, like when I was a little bit older, and one, it just brought me back to that experience. But I also got paranoid smoking, and I know that can happen to some people. They can get paranoid. But when I was smoking in grade 9, like I wasn't paranoid. Like I never had a paranoid experience. It was just, I just felt like light and airy and like happy and just like chilling. I guess after that experience, like it was such like a traumatic experience for me that like every time, the 2 times after that, like years down the road, like I was just like, no, I'm dying. Like, oh my God, like no. And so I was just like, this is just not for me. Like I'm not doing this. Kudos to you if you can smoke the ganja burns, but I can't. And it's crazy that I'm doing this video because marijuana is legal this month. This month, marijuana, ganja burns, is legal. And honestly, I don't know. I might have to try some of the medical marijuanas. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just joking. But yeah, like that was honestly such a traumatic experience for me. And I was just like, I don't like feeling like I'm not in control of my body. Doing like hardcore drugs or ganja burns, like it doesn't do anything for me, but put me in an outer body experience and just out of control. Whereas like with alcohol, like I'm in control of my body, whereas marijuana, like I'm not in control of the ganja burns. And so like I was just like, we're not doing this. So yeah guys, that is the time in grade 9 where my ganja burns was laced with what I believe to be cocaine. To all of my fellow subscribers watching, do not do drugs because it's not fun. When you have a bad trip or you have a bad situation, it's just not good. Don't do it. Keep healthy. Anyways guys, that's it for the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed my little reminiscing on my ganja burns days and when I was a little rebel. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.